Hi, welcome to my channel, Tapioca Tarot. Today is July 11th, Friday, 2025. So, first I'm setting up this break the ice game for my beautiful child. God bless her. And then I'm gonna pull cards. But here's the thing. Whew. Okay, before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then it forces it to be a story. Okay, so like right before I started this video, I was getting the movie The Happening. It's by M. Night Shyamalan. He does really good like suspense movies and things like that. He should stick to that. Okay, I don't know why he went to do Avatar: The Last Airbender, but anyway, so it's a really good movie. It came out 2008. It's an oldie but a goodie. If you haven't seen that movie, go and watch it. It's basically like it's set in Pennsylvania. I was just like reading it, and it was basically how like nature fights back and blah 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 blah, right? Also, this game is called Break the Ice, so that's just a little Easter egg there for ya. Okay, but anyways, and it's basically like a warning, right, to everybody in the movie. Like, do you guys forget? Like, this is what nature can do, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? So I do feel like there are people, things around you that are being warned, right? And the warnings are just like mild karma, right? And that's just like a warning, like this is what you're getting out of the consequences that you've done thus far, and that right there is just a warning. All right, but don't forget that you're going up against nature, the divine. All right, so if you really want to see what the divine is about, I suggest you stop. All right, because in the ending of the movie The Happening, I remember like after everything had died down with like Mark Wahlberg and whatever, after everything had died down for them and they were able to get back to normal, the population had massively decreased, but it was like better for the earth in a sense. And then see, break the ice. It's like a honeycomb, but they're like a little penguin. And then it took place again. It started happening. The happening started happening again in like I think Paris or something, which means that I feel like you cannot escape whatever this is. This is nice. It feels so good. All right, hold on. All right, I'm back. So yeah, the whole premise of the movie is like a warning of what nature can do, and it's basically showing you that there's nothing that can be done about it, nothing that can be done. And I feel like the divine is just like has been showing these people these things here and there, like by subtle but obvious warnings, right? But it's like the attacks, like they just don't want to stop. So it's like, all right, well, we warned you. So now there's like, people are going to be experiencing things all over the place, because it's like, we've warned you and you don't want to listen. So now you're going to have to make do with this. Like, now this is happening to you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Alright? But pray and hope that you make it out alive and you find redemption somehow in your heart. Okay? So, a lot of happenings happening right now to people. And it's going to get worse because they don't want to listen. Oh, that's so good. Okay. I'm going to start off with Rumi. The wound is the place where the light enters. That's from Rumi. The wound is the place where the light enters. So a lot of you had been, in a sense, like reborn, or I'm hearing like second coming. Like a lot of you have been reborn from the ashes or something. And through your pain, you've gained wisdom and experience, blah, 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 all that good stuff, right? That's for you. I keep getting like there's warnings happening right now. If I'm not mistaken, in the beginning of the movie, because Mark Wahlberg is in that movie, in the beginning of the movie, he's like a science teacher or something. And he starts talking about how, like, if bees disappear off the face of the earth, humanity only has an X amount of time to live. Right? Because that's signifying how important bees are. I've also been getting a lot of how bees don't waste your time explaining to flies why honey is better than shit energy. So you guys are bees. Why would you waste your time explaining why honey is better than shit? So you're very, very necessary for the evolvement of something. Maybe the evolvement of humanity, the progression of humanity, right? The future of humanity, obviously. You're a very, very important collective. All right? But there's this energy that does not want to, like, stop bothering you. Also, there's this thing about bees. Well, there's a specific type of disease that's aimed at bees that decreases the population of it. I forgot what it was, but it's like somebody wants to wipe out bees. Somebody wants to wipe out the collective, right? Because of how important you are and how necessary you are. So bees are part of nature. So the nature attacked. That's basically the happening in the movie. It's nature attacking back, right? That's what he concluded. So, because you're being attacked and bothered, the divine is going to have to step in and like, yeah, we warned you. We told you to stop. And now you don't want to listen. So now you're going to have to deal with whatever's happening to you. All right? Whether this is people, entities, energies, whatever. Also, fun fact. People don't think that wasps, are like important or anything. They're just like angry bees that just want to attack you. Fun fact, the venom of a wasp can cure and kill cancer cells. I don't know why, but you should know that. Okay, so they're not all bad. They have a purpose, right? They're just like angry bees, so maybe stay away from them. Obviously, don't provoke them, obviously. But at the same time, they do have a purpose. Like mosquitoes. People hate mosquitoes, right? But it's only the female mosquitoes that drink blood because they're the ones that lay eggs. But at the same time, they're very, very important to the ecosystem. Okay? Oh, 2 cards came out. It's a balance, all right? What you think may not be important, it actually is important. There's a purpose and a point and a reason, all right, for you, collective. Right? And I feel like there's people that are looking at you like, oh, there's no purpose, or there's no point, or there's no reason. But you being reborn from the ashes, there's a reason for that. All right? Where the light enters, the wound is where the light enters, or something like that. The wound is the place where the light enters. So for a lot of you, you could be wondering why you went through what you went through, why you experienced what you experienced. There was a reason for that, right? And I hate to say it, but a lot of it is like you're supposed to be like a beacon lights, like there is always a calm after the storm. I know I'm like jumping around. I know, all right, but it's a lot. Soul has no joy without love. I like that. Very simple. So you could be giving an example of what it's like to have love in your soul. what it's like to be truly happy, right? To be loved. To have love is to have peace, to have joy, right? Love is such a powerful, ancient... You know, people don't understand that there are like ancient, deep magics. And love is one of them. Right? That's why people go crazy over it. And I say this all the time. People go crazy for it because love is one of the closest things we have to magic. Don't be held captive. Your life has no border or shoreline. See? I love that. You're free to love. And you know that. I feel like somebody wants to keep you like boxed in. There's like an energy of wanting you to be boxed in, so they're bothering you, attacking, right? All of that just to keep you boxed in, right? Kind of like eliminate you, get rid of your light, get rid of you, cause you diseases and make you sick, right? But you're like a pollinator. You're very, very important. You're necessary, right? And it's like the divine is like, why are you bothering my little honeybee, right? Honeybees are very important for the ecosystem. They're pollinators, right? You're very important, and somebody does not want that, but they don't understand that without you, it'll all go to shit. It'll I keep saying that word a lot. Without you, there's this energy like people think that if you get if they get rid of you, things will be fine. But they don't understand how necessary you are. Your vibration is. They don't understand how necessary your vibration is. You could, collective, you're vibrating very, very high in the frequency of love. You could have a very, 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 very high vibration. You're in your north node. You're locked in there. That is very, very necessary. You're like a honeybee, but for love. You pollinate love. Don't be held captive. Your life has no border or shoreline. And they want you to be boxed in. They don't want you to do this. And they're being warned. They're being warned. Because they keep trying to like stop you from doing this. And maybe it was like at one point it was like, oh, they had like a pop tire, or, you know, they were running late and missed that meeting, or I don't know, like whatever, I don't know, but then it's gradually increasing. All of these mishaps, all of these happenings, they're gradually increasing because they don't want to listen. They don't want to stop bothering you, right? Your purpose, you're a pollinator of love. You're a little honeybee of love. That's cute. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So, yes? Yes? I'll put it back in a minute. Alright, she wants me to rebuild the ice for her. She'll break the ice and then she'll go, I win! But then she'll be like, Mom, I need you to put the ice back. Kids are hilarious. Alright, I have an itch now to watch that movie, The Happening, so I'm gonna go watch it. Oof. I guess it might give me goosebumps. I just got dizzy. I just heard that there's something deep and ancient buried in the earth. Ooh. 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 What the heck was that? Oh, hold on. Like, my entire body is like tingling. There's something deep and ancient buried in the earth. This could be the earth, like a plane of earth. This could also be your body, right? You know how the Bible talks about how we're made of clay and all that stuff, right? So we're all the earth. Technically, humans are made of like minerals and water and things like that, so. But yeah. That gave me like the tingles and the goosebumps. Oh my gosh. Alright, let me get like 1 or 2 cards and then I'll switch the decks. Seek clarity. Embrace openness and insight, allowing life's truth to reveal themselves. You're getting clarity on things, okay? There are a lot of things that are being revealed to you at this moment, okay? And I'm hearing there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. Whether you want to know these truths or not, I'm hearing with great power comes great responsibility. There's a gnat. Alright, it's like, I'm hearing, I'm more like seeing it. Like a hand touch your forehead. Like you've been touched, collective. You've been touched by the divine. And here's the thing too, with this knowledge, at 1717, so this knowledge is actually, people be like, oh, it's like secrets of the world kind of energy, but they're actually burdens. To know these things, it's a burden. It's not fun to know these things, because half the time, a majority of the time, you can't even talk about it to people, or you can't even like have conversations about these things that you know, right? Either you'll be deemed as crazy, people don't know what you're talking about, you can get in like hot water for talking about these things, but there are things that you know that it's now, in a sense, your burden to bear. This knowledge is your burden to bear. And they are secrets of the world. There goes that gnat. Okay? And you have no choice but to not know this. The divine is telling you these things. Whether you feel like you're ready or not, whether you want to know them or not, but it's you have to know this now. It has to do with love. It's like a deep ancient, oh my gosh, man. Alright, seek clarity, embrace openness and insights, allowing life's truth to reveal themselves, right? So I feel like at this point you're just gonna have to be like, okay, God, well, I'm gonna stop fighting you. Just, you know, there's no point in fighting it, because you're just gonna delay it, right? It's either you know now or you know later. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're just gonna have to be like, okay, well, I just rather start, you know, heavy as the crown is kind of thing is what I'm getting. Right? I might as well just wear the crown now, because it's either gonna be heavy now or heavy later. It's still gonna be heavy, right? There's a weight behind this that you have to carry, collective. And unfortunately, you're the only one that can carry it. Right? You have a purpose, a point. You are a pollinator of love, in a sense. Let me get one more. I want one I haven't seen before. Ooh, nice. Steady progress. Yeah, I haven't seen this one. Interesting. Steady progress. Move with deliberate care as patience and attentiveness guide you to thoughtful achievements. Steady progress. As patience and attentiveness guide you. Patience is a virtue, obviously. Okay. As guide you to thoughtful achievements. So I feel like there's also something here about people are recognizing your mindfulness. People are viewing now we're not exactly it's about you now, but now it's more about like the environment, the community, the people, the world, your neighbors, your coworkers, your friends, whatever. They're now viewing you. There's sirens. They're now viewing you as like the way you are going, the way you are receiving, okay, the way you are in the Six of Wands energy, which is achievements, recognition. People are, why did I say it like that? People are recognizing how you are going about your achievements. Like, you're not recklessly stepping on anyone's back or coveting anything or stealing or lying or being manipulative, right? You're actually, like, these are well-deserved achievements without stepping on anyone's back. Wow. Can you hear those sirens? Yeah, so it's really showing that you're doing things out of genuine loving care. You're not just like, I want to win, mine. I want to win, mine. You're not in that energy, and it shows, right? You could also be seen as a very righteous and fair person. I can hear her. She's so funny. Feather of Hope. I love that. I haven't seen this one either. Thank you. I wanted new cards, and I'm seeing the new cards. So thank you. I love that. Thank you. All right, Feather of Hope. Grasp the Feather of Hope, a delicate symbol of upward promises and an uplifting future. That's so nice. I love that. I want to read it again. Grasp the Feather of Hope, a delicate symbol of upward promises and an uplifting future. You guys could have been seeing a lot of feathers as well. What's this? Connections Guide. I haven't seen this one either. Okay, now they're all just coming out. This is fun. Connections Guide. Harness the power of networks. Cultivate meaningful relationships and strategize your path to success. This is what I'm talking about, right? The way that you're gaining success, you're in the Six of Wands. People are noticing that you're not being malicious and manipulative and conniving about it. You're not stepping on people. You're not doing ill-conceived things. You're not doing things that are like malicious or corrupt things to be in this Six of Wands achievements energy. And it's people are realizing that your soul has no joy without love. Right? People are realizing, they could be realizing that you're just a little honeybee of love. That's why you are in this energy. That's why you're in this energy. Right? Because you're operating out of love, you have hope, right? You're being thoughtful, you're being mindful, right? You're networking with the right people, you're doing what you have to do. Right? Harness the power of networks, cultivate meaningful relationships, and strategize your path to success. Right? That's what you're doing, and it shows. So there could be someone in the energy around you that has been saying that, let's say you earned your way to the top of whatever, a company, the top of a community, a project, whatever. Let's say you are at the top of it, right? But how you got there, because you're not one of those people that, I'm doing this, now I'm doing this, now I'm doing this, now I'm doing this, right? You're not like outwardly documenting your progress, right? So when people look at you, they seen you doing one thing, they look away, and now you're up here, and then they look away, and then you're up here, and they're like, how the heck did that happen? How did the collective get up there so fast, blah, blah, right? So because it's like it's not being seen, and a lot of it is because you're not like informing everybody, I'm doing this now, I'm doing this now, I'm doing this now, right? So it's a lot of people are, they could have been wondering how you got to where you got, how you did what you did, because you're doing something very quietly, which is, you shouldn't be there's a word that I'm trying to get. You shouldn't be like announcing. Thank you. You're not announcing every step that you make. Every step I take, every move I make. You're not announcing it. You're not doing that. So when people look at you, they see you doing one thing, they look away, and you're over here doing something else, and they're like shocked and like, oh my gosh, how did that happen? How did that happen? There is a group of people around you that could be, because they're not seeing it or you're not announcing it, they're out of the loop of this, right? Of your networking and your achievements, your Six of Wands energy. So there's people in the group or someone in a group. There's a group like a weird coven, cults, whatever. They're dumb. They don't really matter. But okay, so those are those are the people that are being warned by the divine to stop. All right. So one thing that they could be saying is that you could have slept your way to the top, or you could have manipulated your way to the top, or you could have stolen your way to the top, right? But that they're only saying that because they're not seeing the work, because they're looking at you doing one thing and then they're like, okay, well, let's go look at something else, or let's go do something else. And then by the time they get back to paying attention to you, you're on a whole different level, right? So they're not seeing it because, one, you're not announcing it, and two, they can't see like the inner machinations of your Six of Wands energy, how you're in the Six of Wands, how you maintain the Six of Wands, how you got to the Six of Wands. They don't see that. So now they have to like, oh, well, they did this. But the reality of the situation is you're just operating out of love. You're making healthy connections, and you're being mindful of what you do, right? You're being mindful of your fellow sentient being, all right? So that's why I do feel like there's a group of people that are harboring negative energy, and possibly as well entities that are being warned right now, because they're saying things that they're trying to like put a narrative on you just because they cannot see the progress of your success. Does that make sense? Great. Alright, so I feel like that went full circle now. Okay. Let me get this. I'll get one or two of this, and then I'll go into tarot. I'm also hearing, the more money we come across, the more problems we see. She's fine. Do you need help? What do you need help with? The ice. Bring the ice! People, with the whole, the more money we come across, the more problems we see. I do think for a lot of you, you're gonna have to, say goodbye and move away from old people, places, and things, right? So, you know how, like, in a game, it's one of those building games, right? When you play 299, when you play one of those building games, you start off with like a little hut. Like, I know in Animal Crossing, you start off with like a tent, right? And then you make your money, blah, blah, and then you pay Tom Nook. First of all, I think Tom Nook is a crook. That little raccoon, he's a crook. Okay, but Animal Crossing New Horizons, that's the one I'm talking about, right? Not the old ones, the newer one that came out, I think, like in 2020. But anyways, this is a really, really fun game. You should play it. So you start off with like a tent, right? You get your island, you start off with a tent, and then you work your way up to like a little studio, and then like you get a 1-bedroom house, and then 2-bedroom house, and then you get like 2-story house, whatever. My thing is here is that a lot of you cannot grow in the place where you started. And that's not that has nothing to do with forgetting where you came from, okay? But it's kind of like if you started growing, let's say you're a flower and you're placed in a pot and you're growing and you're growing and you're growing, right? Now you have to be repotted into a bigger plant, a bigger pot to sustain your growth, right? And then you have to be put in a bigger pot, right? It's like that. A lot of you want to stay rooted in the place where you started to grow. I feel like for a lot of you, it's to pay like homage, like, you know, to like not forget where you came from and whatever. But the thing is, you can move towns, move locations, move cities, move countries, move states, whatever, and still be mindful and remember of where you came from. And I feel like for a lot of you, that's going to be very, very necessary for you to physically get up and move, right? And it's not an insult, and I feel like for a lot of you, you don't want to insult or offend anyone, but whether you stay there with all of your success and your money, they're going to be offended, right? But the thing is, the difference is that you're going to have to see it, the shade, the snide comments, the backhanded compliments, right? The beggars, the thieves, you're going to have to see them in your face, versus if you physically move, you know they still feel some type of way, but because they're not in your face, it's not, yeah, I guess whatever, okay, whatever. Yeah, Aunt Sally, she just feels some type of way because we got a bigger house, and she's always had a one-bedroom house, you know, and she's always wanted a bigger house, and now she makes backhanded compliments like, oh, must be nice, right? Every single day, versus we only see Aunt Sally once a year, and her comments don't even bother us because we only see her that one day, so it doesn't really matter. You see what I'm saying? It's like that. A lot of you are going to have to accept the fact that you're going to have to get up and move, right? And just because you get up and move locations doesn't mean you're disrespecting where you came from. There's really something like that. There's a lot of people that want to feel offended. They want to feel like a victim. They want to feel like, you know, they want to feel some type of way because of your achievements and your success. They want to feel offended, right? And doesn't matter if you know, even if you allow these people in your energy, they're still going to feel some type of way because it's not them. It's not them. I also feel like these same people that are I feel like they're like judging your success and how you got there. I also feel like they're doing that because they don't understand how you got there. Like I said, they don't understand the machinations of how you had to get to where you are. And because you weren't announcing it, they weren't seeing it in their mind, because they're already negative people, they think that you must have done it in a very corrupt, negative, malicious, sinister way. Right? And that's another reason why they are where they are, because you're just operating out of love, and they're over here thinking that you're sleeping your way to the top, or 3333, thank you, or you're lying and stealing and coveting your way to the top, when you're just love and light, making connections with the right people, understanding the truth within, without, and all that good stuff, right? So let them judge you, because one, they do not know what they do, and the divine will take care of it accordingly, as the divine is, I'm sure, taking care of it right now. Apples, they have to eat their words. These are people that have to eat their words, because here's the thing, if you are sleeping your way to the top of whatever, the top of a business, the top of a job, the top of a community, the top of a relationship, whatever it is, if you were, those things do not last very long. Unstable foundations built on sand, close to the beach, close to the water, sorry, because the sand is the beach, they do not last long, because the waves eventually come in and knock it down, right? But the waves are coming, and your foundation is still there. Why is that? How is that? So a lot of people around you, they have to eat their words, and they don't like it. It's like bitter, right? We have apples, and they're being watched having to eat their words, and they don't like that. They're feeling very offended, because What do you mean the lie that I said about the collective is turning out to be a lie and I'm the one that looks like a liar? What do you mean I'm being proved to be who I am? What do you mean? How dare you call me out to be what I am? Apples. To taste, one must swallow it whole, and beneath the satin flames hold drowning waters. I feel like this person, it's giving Adam and Eve, the apple in the garden, the snake in the garden. I feel like there was someone in a group that was tempting other people in a negative way when it came towards you, when it came about you, when it had to do about you, right? This could be like a witch or a dark wizard, a dark warlock, right? Very malicious, a lot of harboring negative intent towards you, right? Trying to feed people these lies. Oh, it's good. Eat the apple. It's good. like Snow White. The old lady gave Snow White the apple, but the apple was poisoned to make her fall asleep. Right? It's like a lot of this person. It could be like a dark witch for some of you. For some of you, it's like a dark warlock. But there's a dark witch that was deliberately feeding people lies about you, hoping to keep them asleep to who you really are, right? How you really operate, which is out of love. You just make healthy connections. You just operate in a very positive way, right? You stand in your truth. You're very righteous, right? They were trying to keep people asleep about you. And now they have to eat their words and they don't like it. And I picked up on this energy before. Last time I got this apples card. This person, they're being watched as they eat their own words. Because it's like they're eating their own supply. They're eating their own apples. They're choosing to be asleep to who you are. And they want other people to be asleep to who you are. And people are just like, no, bless you. No, we don't want those apples. We're good, thank you. We're good. Which is the lies. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, the collective. You said so and so, but I don't really see that. I don't really believe that. I don't really think that. And they're getting angry and frustrated and mad because now they're just like this angry individual with a bag of apples and no one wants to believe their lies. No one wants to eat their apples and everyone wants to be awake to who you really are. And they're the only ones that they so badly want everyone to believe that you're so negative. This person really hates you. I'll tell you that right now. They hate you, collective. And they're getting mad because nobody wants to hate them with you. Alright. Wolf on the bottom of the deck reversed, though. This person cannot be alone. They don't like to be alone. They need to get people around them. But the thing is, nobody wants to join them in this, like, assault or this attack or this gang stalking energy when it comes to you. Nobody wants to join them with this. Wolf, devour the ferocious calling within the howling of your spirit. Run wildly into the freedom of your knowing. It's coming to light that this person has no idea what they're talking about, and it's like, why do you want people to like? He's fine. It's like, why do you want people to like join you? Why do you need a group of people to hate the collective with you? If you want to hate them by yourself. But we don't hate the collective. We have no problems with the collective. But if you feel that way, that's you, but we don't. And they hate that. They hate that because that shows that there's something wrong with them. And obviously you hate the collective if you're trying to say this and that and do this and that and gang people up to do this and that with you. Something's wrong with you. This person really does not like you. Nothing in them likes you. And they're mad because no one wants to not like you with them. And they're being warned. Yeah. This person, they're really being warned. Like, come on, we've been giving you warnings after warning. Like, we've been telling you nonstop. Like, what's the problem? You don't want to listen? All right. Here goes a flood. Here goes a fire. Here goes car problems. Here goes light problems. Here goes home problems. Here goes this. Here goes that. Here goes this. Here goes that. Because you don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. So let them. Graveyard reverse. Oh boy. This person could be messing with death magic or be going into the graveyards at night, getting dirt and doing spells with them. But the thing is with that, people don't understand. You have to ask permission to do things like that. But people don't understand that. You can't just go up to the grave and take the dirt just because a person is dead. You gotta ask for permission, and then it's a whole thing. But I feel like this person is messing with, like, they're trying to put an end to you in one way or another. Either an end to your life, an end to your career, an end to your future, an end to your projects, an end to your stability, an end to your light, your glow, your whatever. They're trying to do that, and it's not working. It's not working. And not only that, but people don't want to hate you with them. People are realizing, why would... I feel like for a while, people were on a bandwagon, but now people are like, they're realizing, they're actually questioning. They're like, why do we hate the collective again? And this person would say something, and they're like, I mean, I don't know. I don't really hate the collective. I mean, I don't really have a problem with them. I mean, he's not a bad person. I mean, she's not bad. And this is really irritating this person that hates you. We have Graveyard in the reverse. There is a song that bellows in the peace of knowing no end, and acknowledging the crossroads of eternity. Dearest wife and mother, beloved daughter. So this could be somebody who had the potential of being a wife, and it's like this could be a dark witch for a lot of you, right? They're trying to end you from possibly being a mother, possibly you being a wife. And a lot of it has to do because they can never really be a wife themselves, right? They can never really be a mother themselves. And if they have children, they're not really they're more neglectful, or they're more friends, or they're more like, it's something at arm's length, at distance, right, with their own offspring. Okay? But I do feel like this is a dark witch that's trying to put an end to the possibility of you being a husband, or you being a wife, or you having children, right? This person, if it's I feel like you, collective, are the bearer of some sort of crown, right? And obviously it's going to go to your children, so they could be wanting to put an end to that, right? If nobody sees you worthy, they're not going to want to have children with you, and then they're not going to want to marry you, and you're not going to have children, you're not going to be a husband, you're not going to be a wife, right? It's just you being alone for the rest of your life, ever, right? But I feel like that was a really big attempt for you to not have children, so that way you couldn't pass something down to your children. It would just end with you, but you wouldn't even have the opportunity to experience whatever the divine had in store for you. It's not working. But this person wanted to end not only your lineage, but your reputation, your credibility, your career, your future, end you in multiple ways. A lot of heavy death magic that they were doing on you, just because of the simple fact that they hate you. That's it, right? I do feel like this is the karmic feminine, though. People are like, why did we do this to the collective? And this person will be like, oh, because blah 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 blah. And people are just like, oh yeah, well, I mean, I don't want to do that anymore. What do you mean? Right? Yeah, last time we talked badly about the collective, or last time we did this magic, or last time this blah 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 happened to me, and blah 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 is happening to so and so, and blah 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 is happening. We're good on that. There's too much happening for us that we can't explain, and I think you see, it's just, I think it's funny. Hold on, give me 1 second. I feel like somebody wants to call you out on something. It's this this dark witch, but it's really because nobody wants to hate you with her. So she wants to like have a public not a brawl, but I heard brawl, right? She wants to, I'm hearing, let's get ready to rumble. I mean, this person could want to get into a physical fight with you, but there's something cowardly about this person. Like, they will not initiate the first throw.
I want to be the princess.
You want to be a princess? Okay, hold on. Okay, what was I saying? I forgot. Okay, This is a hater. This person just hates. They just, oh my gosh. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, this person wants to get into a physical altercation with you, but the thing is, they don't want to be the one to do the first punch or smack or whatever. They want you to do it, right? Because they want to be like, he hit me or she hit me. Whatever is stupid like that, alright? So I don't know, just be mindful of this person, right? I feel like it's giving this person's like it's like a Karen, right? They'll, anything that you do, they have something to criticize or complain or, oh, did you see the collective? I can't believe the collective. And everyone's just like, well, what's wrong with that? And that's not the reaction that they want. They want people to be like, yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, right? But people are just like, what's wrong with it? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Like, what about it? What about it? What about, okay. And they're not liking that. They don't like it. They don't like it. So essentially, they want to fight you because no one wants to hate you with them. How dare you be your true divine self, and how dare you, because people can see that, and how dare you. I want to hit you because you are who you are, and everyone sees that. Be careful of this person. This person's kind of cuckoo. Alright, they're not all there. They're like a few short fries of a Happy Meal. This person, they're not. I don't know, they're just not that bright. This is definitely a woman. This is like one of those women's, I'm getting a bunch of movies right now in my head. This is one of those movies where they can't be you, so then they become obsessed with you, and then they copy you. And because people don't fall for the illusion, they want to take you out. But it's really giving. It's giving. There's this one movie with Leighton Meester. I think it's called The Roommate. Hold on one second. And there was like so there's these two girls. They became roommates, right, in college, I think it is. And the one girl, she has like her own life, her own identity, whatever. But then the other girl, which is like the roommate, she ends up copying, like, first it's like a little necklace, and then it's like a hairstyle, a hair color, and then she starts like trying to interfere with her life and trying to like have the same friends and whatever. And turns out the girl's crazy. She's a psycho, right? And turns out it wasn't the first time that the girl's done this either. Like, she's done this to multiple people. Like, she takes other personalities and tries to take other people's lives. And this is someone who's always changing. It's so crazy because I know like a handful of people that do this. Like, the best example I can give you is I knew someone who one day she turned to me, right, and she was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a geisha now. That's hard work. That's discipline. To be a geisha, that's serious business. And you can't just say that you're going to be something and then just for the illusion of it. Right? I know one girl who, I can't tell you how many people I've seen that once what's that movie called? Hold on. It's supposed to be like a thriller movie too. Oh, that looks good. I didn't know she was in that. Huh. Interesting. She was like in this thriller. Okay, 1 second. Hold on. Okay, I found the movie. The movie is called The Roommate. It came out in 2011. The description says, when college freshman Sarah arrives on campus for the first time, she befriends her roommate Rebecca, unaware that the girl is becoming dangerously obsessed with her. Yeah. So this could definitely be like a dark witch that's like obsessed with you to the point where the realization and the idea that she can never be you is making her go crazy. And she's the only one that feels this way. I feel like this is someone who was like trying to demonize you as well. Let's all point at the collective and hate them, but at the same time she's like secretly trying to copy you, be you, look like you, act like you, dress like you, talk like you, all that stuff. Alright, and it's just like, no, we actually like the collective because we see them for who they are and we like what we see. And this person doesn't like that because that just means that they don't have a chance to ever being you. So they want to fight you. They want to fight you for your identity. That's what this is. You have a crazy woman that, and you could be divine feminine or you could even be a divine masculine, but you have a crazy woman that wants to fight you for your identity. Like, I'm sorry, go get your own. I want that one, but it's literally like, that's, no. This is like somebody, like, you earned a position in your company or you're married. I want that husband, but that husband's already taken. He's a husband. I want that wife, but that wife is already taken. I want that position, but that position's already been filled. It's already been taken. Like, I want that role. You see, you can't. You cannot. And I feel like this person, when they realized that they couldn't, they try to do like a smear campaign. And no one's down with that. No one's down with the get down with their smear campaign. And they're getting mad because they so desperately want your identity and they can't have it. So now they want to fight you for your identity. I'll fight you for it. Ma'am, sir, you cannot. This isn't the Wild Wild West. We're not going to shoot guns for an identity. That's crazy talk. Get out of here. Oh, be careful too because this woman, if it's just the two of you ever alone, she might do something crazy like hit herself and then claim that you hit her. All right, so it's weird. This is a weirdo. All right. I keep hearing the name Betty, but there's a song called Black Betty by Caravan Palace. Whoa, Black Betty, bam-a-lam. Whoa, Black Betty, bam-a-lam. Black Betty had a child, bam-a-lam. That thing gone wild, bam-a-lam. Whoa, Black Betty. She said, I'm worried out of mind, bam-a-lam. That thing gone blind, bam-a-lam. So this person could have children, or they know that if they were to have children, their children are going to be deaf, dumb, and blind just like them. Versus, remember how I said they were trying to end like your lineage so you can't have children and a husband and a wife and whatever. Your children, they are going to be carrying down whatever you have. Whatever the divine gives to you, your children get it. This person, whether they have children or not, they don't have anything to pass down to their children. They don't have wisdom, so their children is not going to have wisdom. That's not forever, because their children could grow up and start breaking cycles and healing and blah, 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 all that good stuff, right? But it's going to take time, and that has to be on the decision of that child. When they grow up to be an adult and make sound decisions of their own, they have to make the conscious decision to do so, right? But until then, okay? So this person could have children, or they could be aware of the fact that they don't have anything to pass down to their children. They don't have any influence. They don't have any money. They don't have anything they don't have an inheritance, so they don't have anything to pass down to their children to inherit wisdom, love, understanding, patience, joy, future, whatever. They don't have that to pass down to their children, and you have more than enough for your children to leave to their children and children.
all that good stuff, right? She said, I'm worried out of mind, that thing gone blind. Black Betty had a child, that damn thing gone wild. She said, I'm worried out of mind, that thing gone blind. This could be somebody that travels a lot, or they're always like, or they're just like all over the place, right? They're mentally all over the place, emotionally, physically, sexually, morally, ethically. The words, they just be saying the wildest things out of their mouths. She's from Birmingham, way down in Alabama. The way she shake that thing, boy, she makes me sing. This person deals with a lot of anxiety. If this person has children, one of the things that they're worried about is the fact that they just... That's really messed up, but this is what I'm going to say. You ever see those moms that have children and they're just... They could be doing so much better as a parent. And people are around them like, why? Why did you choose this? Why did you choose to have children if you were going to be like this? So this could be somebody like that, right? Or they feel like if they don't have children, they feel like it's just not there. There's nothing. They don't have anything to give, to pass down, right? To their children. This person could even be afraid of having children because they're afraid of repeating cycles, or even afraid of like, what if I don't love them, and blah, 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 right? What if they don't love them, or this happens, or this happens? This is someone who's very, very limited, and you're free. It says, don't be held captive. Your life has no border or shoreline. You are free. You can do whatever you want. And you have an abundance of love. This person hates that too. And they're being watched too. This person does need to be careful, because it's crazy, because they put so much time and effort to have you being watched in gang stalks, but now people are just like, wait a minute, right? Now they're being watched. We have the Six of Swords on the fence. Responsibility, harmony, alignment, healing, and empathy. I feel like there is going to be a time when this person comes towards you face to face. Do not meet them with the same aggression that they are going to meet you with. Do not. This would be a perfect example for you to show them kindness and empathy, because what this really is just a sad, broken little girl, or a sad, broken little boy that just wants their mom or their dad, and they're crying, right? And you have all the love, and you won't love them, and you won't let them be you, and that's just not fair. All right. What they really need is a nap and a hug. All right. So do not meet them with the same aggression. This is just someone throwing a tantrum because that's just not fair. I want that. It's giving Veruca from the original Willy Wonka. I want a golden egg, Daddy. I want it now. And you're the golden egg, and everyone's like, no. Willy Wonka's like, the eggs are not for sale. Like, you can't have the golden eggs. Like, you can't. I want a goose, Daddy. So, yeah, they want something that they cannot have, and people are noticing that, and people are like, now, like, so yeah, when this person comes towards you, you're gonna have to meet them with like compassion. All right, so because you know why this person has a massive identity crisis. This is someone who's always changing their identity, always changing like their personality, right? I knew one girl who was like always changing who she was. Like I told you, like this one girl I knew, like one day she just randomly said, I'm gonna be a geisha now. Okay. And then there's this other girl that I knew, she has like 3 identities, and one of them is like a masculine identity. right? It's just a bunch of people who don't even know who they are, and then they get mad because you know who you are. I want that identity, but you're still gonna have the same pain, anxiety, confusion, sadness, trouble, suffering, betrayal. You're still gonna have all that, but while being a geisha, or while being a man, or while being this, or while being that, you're still gonna. It's not gonna change for you, right? You're still not gonna know who you are. Right, because the girl in the movie, the roommate, she changed her identity and was trying to be like her roommate, but she was still crazy. She was still psycho. She was still dangerous. She was still unaware. Like you're still fix your mind and your heart. Okay, go heal before you try to be something that you're not, because you're still gonna be crazy at the end of the day. You're still gonna be hurt and angry and jealous and hater at the end of the day. Nothing is going to change for you internally just because outwardly you choose to be someone or something else. It's not going to change. All right? I can't tell you how many women I've met in my life that they're always trying to copy, and then they get mad, and it's just like, oh my God. So yeah, you're going to have to meet this person, like, because what they really need is to heal. I was getting this earlier. About how people want to be you so bad, collective, right? And it may seem fun and dandy like a day or two, but literally not overnight. In the middle of the night, they're gonna start seeing why it's a burden to be you. It's not fun to be you, right? It just looks appealing because you know who you are, but at the same time, you know what you come with. You know the trials, the tribulations, the intuition, the attacks, the this, the that, the knowing, the your senses constantly picking up and reading, and it's a lot. It's a lot, but you just make it look so effortless. You make you look easy. This is a crazy woman. Temperance, upright. You're at peace with yourself. I also feel like you've brought peace to the situation as well, and also with the Sagittarius energy, you could be a Sagittarius, or this person could be a Sagittarius, or an Aquarius, or you could be an Aquarius. But I feel like with the Sagittarius energy and Temperance, you're wise to the situation that's happening in front of you. Like you're understanding, you know what's going on, and because of that, because you have that wisdom, you're able to carry the burden of wisdom. You're able to react to this in a very different manner, versus if you weren't wise, you'd be throwing hands and feet just like this person, but then now the repercussions are on you because now you have charges and police and jail and this and that and this and that. But that's not, you're wise enough to know that's not how you should react to this, right? One, because that's not what they need, that's what they want, and two, it's going to reflect poorly on you and affect your future with this Aquarius energy negatively. Okay? But yeah, with this Aquarius energy, this person definitely trying to get a group of people going. They could have also been trying to do things on the internet, trying to smear campaign you on the internet, talk about you on the internet, indirect posts on the internet, whatever on the internet. And now people are just like, I feel like there's something about this too, where if this person's still continuously doing something on the internet, people are just scrolling past their posts because we don't care about that anymore. Yeah, okay, here they go again, talking about something that doesn't even matter anymore. Scroll past. They're not getting the engagement that they once were getting because people don't care anymore. People now see you for who you are, right? We have strength, upright. Yeah, you know exactly who you are. You're very confident. You're at peace with yourself. You're in your power. And it bothers this person because one thing you cannot fake is confidence. You cannot fake strength. You cannot fake resilience. You cannot fake passion. You cannot fake energy. You can't fake it. And that's what I'm saying. This person, they want to be you so bad. But at the end of the day, they are still going to be mentally unstable, a psycho, crazy, depressed, anxious, hurt, sad, depressed, worried, paranoid, confused, betrayed, suffering. But they're still going to be all those things. And that shows. You say you're the collective, but it's giving knockoff. It's giving 50% off. It's giving clearance aisle. It's giving You know? They're just mad because they can't be you. Because you know who you are, and they want that. They want to be you because you know who you are, and you're in your power. They want that. You don't even have control of your own emotions, and you think you can handle the inner power that comes with standing tall with the collective. You can't even stand on your own 2 feet. You can't even maintain your own identity, and you want to maintain the identity of someone else? My friend, please have more than one seat, because you cannot be that dull. It's impossible. You don't even know who you are, and you're gonna try and be someone who knows who they are. You wouldn't even understand the first thing of being who that person is. It might seem, yeah, I'm the collective, right? It might seem great and dandy like a day or two, right? Yeah, I'm the collective, but then it's gonna hit. The intuition, the dreams, the channeling, the psychic, the attacks, the this, the that, the responsibilities, the awareness, the maintaining, the constant choices, the daily thing. It's too overwhelming. And this person can't even barely handle a simple responsibility or task in their life. And collective, you have multitudes of responsibilities day in and day out. They're gonna break before they can achieve what they want to achieve in this weird fantasy of theirs. They would break. Right? They can't even handle one thing in their identity in their lives. And they think they're going to take on the multitude of things that you deal with on a day-to-day basis, every second of every day. My friend, you're not capable of withstanding this. You don't have it in you. And that's not me, like, trying to, like, offend or disrespect or, like, being vain or anything. It's just true. You don't have the qualifications. You're not equipped for this. Please stay in your lane. And so now they want to fight you for your identity. You can't even handle your own identity. Like, what are you talking about? Every day you're changing your identity. You're changing this, or you don't even know who you are. And now you're getting mad because people actually enjoy you, collective, for who you are. They see you and they like that. And the real person, the real who this person is, they don't. Yeah, we don't like that. I feel like if this person had the chance to be you, they would mess it up. They would mess it up, and then they're gonna get mad. Well, how come I'm not getting what the collective? I'm not. How come? Because you just want the identity for how it looks to what you're receiving, but you don't understand. It's work, day in and day out. It's constant work. It's not. I'm the collective. My work is done forever and ever. No, it's not like that. This is a very lazy individual. The sun reverse. Yeah, energy does not lie. This person's mad, depressed, and like negative. They're just a very negative energy. I'm getting Leo. You could be Leo. This person could be a Leo, or this person, they're just like, they don't know how to have fun, or they don't understand how easy life can be. There's always something for them to critique, always something negative going on. This person, I feel like life is so simple and easy, but there's always some sort of stress or something going on in their life. Every day there's something wrong going on. There's always this, always that, always this, always that. Take children, for example. You ask a child how their day was, almost 9 out of 10 times they say good. You look at children, it seems like they're always having a good time, always having a good day, right? But this person, they want to be in your energy so bad, but there's always something wrong. Always something wrong. Always something wrong. And it's just like, oh my God, are you never going to have a good day? My God. Always some sort of negative energy going on. Like, let me know when you have a good day so that way I can be around you, because you just bulky, heavy, negative energy. This is also the same person that's trying to put that bulky, heavy energy onto you. This could be a mother or a sister or a wife, right? You could be a mother, a sister, or a wife, or they're trying to prevent you from being a mother, sister, or a wife, or a mother or a wife. But that sister energy, this could be somebody that's trying to like mirror you or trying to like have what you have. There's something about bloodline here. If this is not like your biological sister or your biological brother, this is somebody who wants to share what you have, but they come from a different bloodline. They're not from the same womb as you. They're like trying to make a home. This is like an intruder. They're trying to make a home in your energy, or like they're trying to be part of your bloodline, but there's something so impossible about it. Like, this essentially would be like a woman who was trying to have a woman with another woman, or trying to have a child with another woman. That's biologically, physically impossible. This is not The Sims. You could do that in The Sims. I love The Sims. But it's something like that, or like a man trying to have a child with another man just for the sake of sharing the bloodline, or this person, they're trying to attach themselves to you in somehow, some way, just for the rewards. This is crazy. This woman is crazy. Three of Swords. Oh my gosh. Three of Wands reversed as I split the deck. I feel like you're not. There's nothing. You've released this person from your energy, and they don't like that they have to start over from the beginning. For some of you, this could be a biological sister, but for some of you, I just really feel like it's more like they're trying to share with what you have, that you're being blessed with, and that your lineage is going to have. So they want to be a part of that. This could also be somebody, like if you're a divine masculine, this is like a karmic feminine that only wants to marry you. Even if you're a divine masculine, there could be karmic men that would want to marry you, right? They only want to do that to be part, right? To share in with what you have. But they can't. We have the Empress in reverse. I knew it. On the bottom of the deck. This is a karmic woman. I knew she was hiding. If this woman has children, there's nothing for her to pass down to her children. So that means if she does have children, her children are going to have to start from the ground up in more than one ways. Not just financially, not just with stability, but with loving, understanding, compassion. Why am I the way that I am? Generational curses, all that stuff. They're going to have to start from the ground up if they choose to do so, right? If this woman doesn't have children, this is someone who wants rewards. They want titles. They want positions that they are not equipped for. They are not qualified for. This is like someone who wants to be a mom, but they don't have children because it's also, I'm getting the phrase house mom. Right? They're like, I remember there's like what's that movie? What's that show? I think it's called Vogue. In the show, there's like a house mom, right? She was considered like the house mom, right? Because everybody, she took care of everyone. It's all drag queens. She took care of everyone and made sure everyone had a home and stability, but she was very mean and negligent and nasty, right? But she wanted to be called mom, but she's not a really good mom, right? So this is really giving someone who wants titles and positions, but they're not qualified for it. All right. This is a reading. Bye.